So, welcome to Self Care on Board. Today from Bangkok, my name is Geraldine Hardy, and I'm your host for today. Yes, I left the island, Koh Phangan. I'm back in civilization. So it's quite early in the morning. I have to take my dog to the government entity to approve the export papers. Today, I'd like to speak to you about the definition of success. Last week, I did a 4-day course with Shifu Shi Hengzuan from Journey into Oneself, who is also the headmaster of Shaolin Temple Europe, and reconnecting to Qi. And it was a really, there's always divine timing. You actually experience certain synchronicities in your life and you realize, okay, I need to do the next step. And I was waiting for the last weeks to understand, okay, what is my next step I need to do? Am I going to stay longer here? Am I going to go to Bangkok? Am I going to head back towards Europe? And when you have these decisions to make, the best thing is turn inwards, listen within. Please do not listen to other people around you. Because again, every person has their own fear level or trauma on their journey. It is sometimes good to have a sounding board, but many people give recommendations and they themselves have never been in that situation. So I do not think that they are definitely the best, let's say, judge or have the discernment to make a very wise decision for you. So what do? I go with it. I always go with it. And there was a story, I did speak to our Shifu about the definition of success also. And when I left everything behind to sell everything and set up my startup company, I had to ask myself again, why are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing this because you seek external validation or you seek validation from the outside world? And I looked within myself and I said, well, the old version of you, Geraldine, felt you were not appreciated because you were overgiving and overpleasing. And there were moments where you felt like you needed to have this appreciation from friends, family, to feel like, they see you, they hear you, they listen to you. But no, it does not come from the outside world. So ask yourself in this week, what I do, is this doing it because you genuinely believe in it? Or are you seeking external validation? Are you seeking validation, approval, and respect from the outside world? Which actually needs to start from within. It cannot be taken. You cannot take that energy from the outside world. So it was for me a good check-in point to understand, why are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing this because you need to be seen? Frankly speaking, I look at my Instagram. I actually genuinely like my content and my posts, but I know I am not an influencer seeking I need likes. But anyways, you can like the post if you see it. I look at the views and I'm like, there are 10,000 views on this post, 500 likes. It's interesting to look at it because I realize that I am not for everyone and I don't seek the validation from the outside. What I share will resonate to some people and to some people it will not resonate. And that's perfectly fine. And we don't need to be everyone's cup of tea. That is perfectly fine. There's a shift happening now in especially the spiritual influencers who always combine manifesting great wealth. Look at me. I'm coaching other people. I was rock bottom first, and then I start coaching other people. Now I'm having a 6-7 figure income. This is all great, but what is sustainable? I still believe there is no quick fix on reaching certain levels of healing, and we need to continue. And success is really a definition for oneself. And if you check in with yourself all the time, like, why am I doing what I'm doing? What is the intention to everything that I do? Is the intention because I want to be seen, I want to be heard? Then maybe ask yourself, why is it that I want to be seen and I want to be heard? What is within me that is not complete yet that I cannot give for myself? And there's nothing bad to wanting to be seen and heard. You're allowed to. Within a spiritual community, you will find many times that the definition of capitalism or the materialistic world is negative. It is not. We are allowed to be abundant and to also have money. Money is, again, and I have to say that so many times, coming now from an island where spiritual bypassing is like a sport. Sorry, I'm really going to really get on other people's nerves now. But it is. You're not. You are allowed and deserving to have abundance and prosperity. Just because, for instance, you change your career now, working on board of a yacht, and you feel like, I'm going to become a yoga therapist, I'm going to be a Tai Chi instructor, I'm going to become an energy healer or a naturopath, does not mean that you're not worthy of money. And this notion like, when you're spiritual, you should not take money. That's absolute utter BS. It's an exchange of energy. Materialism, women say, is everything in moderation, in balance. We are allowed to have money, gives you a certain sense of freedom, but also your freedom within yourself and your peace should not be depending on money. Your peace within and love for yourself should not be depending on external validation. Of course, it is nice when you receive a compliment, and that is absolutely okay. And when you reach a certain level of success, redefine success for yourself. What is success really meaning? Success can just be also like, you know what? I am really happy for today because I had such a great energy healing session with a client, and I managed to help her or support her or him in their journey. That is already success. So this is something that I feel like listening to yourself this week. How do you define success in your life? Is the success for you to be validated by people that you think are super important in your life? Or is success for you stepping into your purpose because you want to prove to the world that you're right? For instance, and I see this many times with me, when I come across an obstacle, when I know when my friends or loved ones do not believe in what I believe, and they don't believe or question what I do, I can feel it. But that's okay. I choose to ignore it because you know why? They are not me. They're not my journey. They're not on my journey. And sometimes it can be distraughtful and painful because you would wish to have their support, but that makes you even stronger and more resilient, because the support, the only person that matters is yourself and the relationship to God, Creator, universe, life, whatever you trust in and which is higher than yourself. That is the most important relationship. And once you get that, you don't need to seek the validation from outside world, and you redefine success in your own way. So sorry that it's a bumpy ride. I'm doing this in a car now. And I hope the quality of this video is fine. Another thing is I get comments, Geraldine, you should maybe film better quality videos. You know what? What you get, what you see is what you get. This is raw and real. If you see me in the gym, barefoot in Copagan, I'm not setting up my tripod like picture perfect, because life is not picture perfect. It's messy, it's raw, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's beautiful, it's clean. There's so many different contradictions to it. I'm gonna have my book published very soon, The Moments That Matter, where I'm going to speak about my Chinese heritage, my family, my own healing journey of unbecoming to uplift and inspire, and for people to understand, if I can do it, you can do it. And I will be heading towards Europe, and I'm going to also have a collaboration with Monaco Yacht Show and speak more about well-being, and let's look at longevity in a different way. This is not just going to be a Tai Chi yoga class or anything. We're going to create programs that will be meaningful. And yes, captain and crew out there, start taking care of your crew. Self-care on board is not far-fetched. I offer the solutions to mental and emotional health. I do not talk about it anymore because we know there's an issue about it. I offer the solutions. Namaha, namaste.
If your brand belongs in the heart of the yachting world, this is where it happens. Yachting International Radio reaches over 1 million yachting professionals and enthusiasts every month, with 77 million impressions, 220,000 social followers, and 74,000 podcast subscribers. Our hosts are insiders, crew, captains, CEOs, trusted voices shaping the industry. This is targeted, high-impact advertising in a luxury niche. Visit yachtinginternationalradio.com/advertise. Your audience is already listening.